3, 2, 1.
Here we go!
What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Your workday is over. Rejoice. I say rejoice. Pick up a beer. Have a scotch or a bourbon or whatever, or just a non-alcoholic drink, if you will. Water is rather refreshing at this time of year. It is the Monday edition of the Dennis and Andy Show with those sunglasses off. You're probably wondering, it's the Dennis and Andy Show. Where's Dennis? That son of a bee is taking a little vacation. Can you believe it? Vacation? What is vacation? You know that man's not a freelancer because us freelancers don't know what the word vacation is. But he is taking one, so I'll let him have it. I did talk to him and I said, you know, if you get back from your little dinner, wherever you're at, 'cause he's not in state, I said, you feel free and pop in, but no pressure, okay? No pressure. Tonight is the interview show, so we're bringing back our bud Clint Hilinski because he's got a new campaign, the Blue Bombshell, which he's going to tell us all about. I've already backed it. I love good humor-looking stuff, and Clint's artwork is really cool as well. So we're going to talk about that. Before we bring them on, I know we like to give all our guests a rather rousing round of applause. Oh my God, they're so excited to see you.
What's up, Annie?
Mr. Clint Hilinski in the house. How's it going, man?
It's going well, man. It's going well. Summer's in full tilt here, and getting ready for the 4th of July. Got a stack of fireworks in the garage to shoot off. So finishing up some sketches, original art sketches for the Pirate Queen this week. And I'm going to take a few days off and enjoy the 4th. So things are rolling the right direction.
What's up, Hyper Kaiju in the house? That's good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the extended weekend. I mean, you know, my wife's off Monday. That's the typical thing. And I'll probably still come up here and do something.
Oh yeah.
It's hard for me when I'm in town and it's a 3-day weekend like that for me not to do something. You know, it just feels weird.
Like what you said, like freelancers don't have vacation. Like there's always just something you could tinker around on for like an hour or two.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's just it. If I do like an hour, I mean, if I'm under a deadline gun, then it doesn't matter. I work until I get it done. But, you know, as of right now, I'll probably, you know, like you said, just do something for a couple hours, just have that feeling of satisfaction, like I did something.
Yeah,
I don't know about you, but I feel guilty taking a day off.
I'll take days off, but like I like to get the stuff that I want done. Like as a freelancer, you always kind of like schedule out, this is what I need to do on these days. And then if you don't get it finished, then it's like bugging you kind of. So if I can get stuff done before those days off, I'll take days off. But if I don't get what I have locked in my head, what needs to be done, then it's like, yeah, I've got to get this
finished. It stresses you some. Like I'm trying to learn, like I'm doing this side gig right now. And, you know, for a recurring client, it's around this time every year. And deadline wise, I'm in great shape. But kind of like you said this morning, I set in my head, I want to get this much done today on it. And as of now, I've got probably, I'm just looking over at my desk at it. I probably have an hour left. And it's really like in the back of my mind, like, oh, but once again, I'm not, like when we're done, I'm not going to spend an hour on it because I'm totally fine deadline wise.
Yeah.
So that hour bleeds to tomorrow, no big deal. But it really is on me because I set this goal and I didn't meet it.
Yeah. And I think most freelancers, it's like that's almost the mentality you have to have because you're your own boss. Like if you don't push yourself to get this stuff done, then it does all like you do fall behind. And the second you fall behind, you're pissing off the client and you're probably screwing up what your next gig is, Right. So unless you keep yourself moving on this stuff and, you're always working towards the next gig basically. So it's like you have to get everything done the way, on that schedule that's working in your head.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's not mess around. Let's bring up your campaign here. There she goes, the Blue Bombshell.
Yeah.
So it's been up for 10? Or how long has it been up for?
Yeah, since a week ago Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So this will be, like day 10 of it, I suppose. Yeah. And it's a 30-day campaign, so 20 days.
Yeah, that's what I said. I didn't know if you did a little more than 30. So it's 30. Yeah, so it's been up for 10 and you're crushing it.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I was ecstatic about the first week. You get these things started and like I stress out like the week before I'm launching. It's like I'm stressed out. You don't know how it's going to go. You don't know if you're going to catch the audience's attention or anything like that. So like I'm doing everything up to the right last minute to like come up with ideas and things to, kind of promote it. So it's like once it launches, then I take a little breath of fresh air relief or whatever. But then you want to see people get excited about it. So being on this end of the first week, I knew my phone was going to ring as soon as I started. But yeah, ecstatic with how the first week went.
Yeah, no, I get it because like I'm, my second First Man is going to launch. I was saying for the longest time June, and obviously we're almost out of June, and I am pushing it a couple more weeks, just because the sign up page has been up for a while and I'm getting a response on that, but there was never a video, and I finally got the video, which I pushed out today on Twitter and Facebook, and I uploaded it to the sign up page. So I'm going to probably push it a couple more weeks to mid-July just so I can see if I can get some more signups with the video being part of it now.
And I think those two things are for like a good launch right at the beginning. Like I didn't have the video out ahead of time with my mailing list, and I'm kind of wishing I had now. So that's something I'll change definitely next time. But the mailing list is huge about like, getting the word out, getting people's interest and getting them signed out. This is the first mailing list that I did with my own campaign. And I mean, it was crucial for getting that like first week big interest with fans out there.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It is funny though, like you said, when you get to that stage of ready to push the button, there is that little bit, at least for me, it's just so easy to say, oh, it'll be a couple weeks. But then, when that date is like 2 days out, I get a little trepidation. It's like, oh my God, is everything there? Is everything set up? Like, I'm offering people, 10% off that sign up for it and stuff, and link in the description below to sign up, and link in the description below for the Blue Bombshell as well. But so I'm offering people 10% off, and that is still one thing I still have to set up. I still have to set up that, that secret.
The secret tier. Yeah, and I hadn't done a secret. I hadn't done a secret tier. I did it with this one. It's worked very, very well. I have more than 171 backers because I have the secret tier and they don't show up. So, yeah. But Mark Polton, who I did Sea Dog and Codename Kill Switch with, and obviously he's done Graveyard Shift with John Malin. Like he set up our campaign for Sea Dog and Kill Switch. And he kind of created that secret tier and kind of like explained it to me because until you do it yourself, it's kind of a lot of this stuff is a little bit of a mystery. So like that was like a big help for me. And backers love that. They want to, get that discount tier and a little something exclusive for signing up to the mailing list. So yeah, that was something that, like really worked out well for the campaign when I did it this time.
All right. Well, let's watch the video.
Sure.
I'm very intrigued because I'll be honest. I backed it. I knew I was going to, I didn't even watch the video. I figured I'd wait. I knew I'd have you on and stuff. So
Sure, let me fire it up here. I'll get it to a full size.
here we go.
Dive into adventure with the Blue Bombshell alongside her superhero teammates, the Superiors. With her amazing super strength, she only wishes the seams on her costume were as strong, especially against enemies like Murderer's Row, as she faces off against the world's most dangerous villains. The Blue Bombshell is an all-out action and scantily clad adventure. Danger, intrigue, and a whole lot of skin. Don't miss the Blue Bombshell.
So I definitely shoot for as high a level of cheesiness as possible with my stuff.
Yeah. No, man, that is all you need, dude. That gets the point across. I guess everybody's different. Some people, I guess, flashy videos and stuff really get them, But for me, I'm just like I said, and I've said this before, so it's not against any particular video or campaign, but I pretty much just, scroll and look, at what the campaign is and what it has to offer. Then I'll be honest too, sometimes I'll scroll up to the video and just hover so I can see how long it is.
Yep.
And then be like, oh, okay, I'll watch that.
And I mean, to me, like you're saying, I don't necessarily instantly watch the videos on campaigns. More often than not, I look to see what the art looks like first. Like if they've got sample pages or they got some of the cover art on there, I want to see that. And if that grabs my attention, then I go more in depth to watch the video, look at their reward tiers and whatnot. So,
sure.
I think all of it together, if you put together everything that grabs somebody's interest, it all kind of works, together.
All right. Well, take us through the campaign. Then,
Sure. You bet. Let's get rid of this. Oops. Oh, I see. Yeah, still really good with all this stuff. So now, basically, like my influences for this, like basically most of my comics are like what I loved when I was growing up, the type of stuff that I enjoyed. Blue Bombshell is like the most powerful woman in her, it's a multiverse. So
sure.
This is the universe she's in, and she's the most powerful superhero female, hot babe in it. And she's part of their kind of like an Avengers Justice League type team called the Superiors. So this is kind of her solo adventure away from that. But like for influences, like I love the old Justice League, the humorous Justice League with Blue Beetle and Booster Gold and Guy Gardner. So humor-wise, like that's kind of what I'm thinking about. And then I was a huge fan of the old Penthouse comics.
Oh yeah,
Adam Hughes and Kevin McGuire and those guys were working on that stuff. And it was kind of similar in vein to the Justice League, obviously, since both those guys worked on that too. So like that is a big influence on like the story and the kind of humor. And then obviously, have some adult content and nudity with that, with the Penthouse comics.
Sure.
Here's the main cover here. Blue Bombshell and some of her friends. Up on the left in the red, you have Titanium. Down here in the pink is Cheerleader X. Right here is Liberty. She's kind of like a Wonder Woman-esque patriotic superhero. And then over here on the right is Sister Power.
That's Luke Cage looking for
sure. Somebody was speculating whether it was a gender bent Luke Cage or like an alternate reality. I would say like alternate reality sister. It's like hence the name Sister Power. So he was Power Man. So I just, those kind of jokes I like to throw in there, like little nods to the Big Two universe. But the main cover here, $25 for cover A. Then I got the other variant, and obviously I like to mix it up styles. I'm like influenced by a ton of artists, and I try to ape their style as much as I can. I'm a huge Adam Hughes, huge Frank Cho, huge Terry Dodson fan with really beautiful, women. So I'm trying to kind of mimic that type of style with the other variant cover here.
Nice.
And that one's also for $25. Over in the rewards, you can get the combo pack together of both cover A and cover B for $50 there. But just I enjoy the variant covers, and since I can't afford these guys, I'll just mimic their styles and draw variant covers myself. Yep. And then right here is the third variant. This is the adult variant, so I do have an adult variant. This does have nudity, so the print version, it won't be censored. All this will be out there. So at the $100 level and above, everybody can get the adult variant there if that's what you're interested in. But just trying to make all the rewards have some like extra special stuff, so people are getting the bang for their buck with it. At the 125 art box level, this one is what includes the sketchbook here. And
Cool.
I posted some of the retro covers online. So I think some people might have noticed.
Dude, those are awesome.
Yeah, thanks. They were super kind of fun to work on, but those will all be included in the sketchbook there. So I've had a couple people ask about that, looking for those. So if you're interested in those at the 125 level and up, you can get the sketchbook.
How many pages do you plan on the sketchbook being?
It'll be 24 pages full color. So
cool.
Lots of pin-ups.
The main book is 48. Is that square bound or is it?
I'm not sure what I'm right now. I'm going to probably do staple bound for the 48 page, just because sometimes I've done it both ways, and like really, to me at 60 is where I want square bound. Depending on where we end up, I might move it over to square bound, but it'll kind of depend on. It might be a stretch goal for down the road, depending on kind of how it goes. But here's some of the bad girls. Like I always love a good rogues gallery. You know, Flash has got his, Batman's got his. I wanted Blue Bombshell to have her own kind of fun rogues gallery. So in the front there is the pink pussycat. With the green hair is Fetish. And over on the right is Bloodthirsty. She's kind of a vampiric type character.
Dude, you come up with some great names. I got to be honest. I sit there and I struggle with that. I think I overthink stuff too much.
Oh, literally, it's like when I'm mowing the grass or washing dishes or some tedious task, my brain is just like doing this all the time, thinking of whatever next ridiculous thing that I can come up for the comic. Some art from the interiors there. It's kind of, here's some of the superiors. Star Blaster is kind of my and the purple torpedo, kind of my stand-ins for Booster and Deal.
That's great.
Up to some shenanigans. And Blue Bombshell here is testing out her new uniform. So
I love it.
Keeping it classy.
Dude, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, I'm going to make it as fun as possible. And I just want to throw in a lot of stuff, a lot of fun nods to things that most comic fans will kind of get a kick out of. Here, you might be familiar with this pose of the Blue Bombshell in the Ravaged Lands.
The Ravaged Lands, nice.
Just change it enough not to get sued is basically the plan.
That's right. I love it. The Ravaged Lands.
And plus, who doesn't love drawing dinosaurs in their comics? So, and some more of the Rogues gallery here with Space Ape, Raptor, and Deathwing, giving the Blue Bombshell and her buddies a hard time there. And just some little action shots. So you see what kind of happens to the Blue Bombshell's costume throughout the comic.
Is it only the female costumes that get torn up and not the males?
Well, some of the guys get maybe they get, an elbow gets torn a little bit, but for some weird, curious reason, none of the chest areas just get torn asunder.
Right.
Yeah, and I guess that's just bad luck, is what I would say.
That's all it is.
Yeah. Here's the cover for the sketchbook. So again, an homage to the old JLA Bwahaha, the old classic Kevin McGuire covers where everybody's kind of standing in a group and looking up at you.
Yeah.
Here the girls are just deciding to help me sell the book a little bit better. They're doing their part to help me make a couple bucks. So
That's right.
I appreciate
work.
Yep, I appreciate it. And then here's some of the retro covers that I had some fun with. Here.
Dude, these are great. So what's that? What is that? A cover layout from an actual?
Yeah, this one I stole a lot from an actual comic. So there is an actual old Miss Marvel.
Okay, Miss Marvel. I knew it.
I'll give it away. So I tweaked it and kind of changed it. But like this was an actual cover from the 70s, and like when you're a kid, you don't really think about it. But like for Blue Bombshell, this was perfect because it was so phallic.
Oh yeah,
and it was like a giant robot on top of a missile blasting Miss Marvel in the ass. And I wanted to do kind of a fun retro thing to introduce the tromboner, and I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So I kind of fudged the artwork a little bit, moved stuff around so it would work out for Blue Bombshell instead. But yeah, I thought I got a kick out of it, and see what everybody else's sense of humor.
Oh, dude, I love that. That's super cool. I had a couple ideas that I was thinking of playing around with for doing like retro First Man covers.
Oh yeah, totally.
With different ones. Like there's a great Captain Marvel cover with Thanos and Captain Marvel fighting, and I was like, oh my god, that would be great as Monarch and First Man.
Exactly.
But then I was like, I don't want to get into all these variant covers, but I like what you're doing with the whole sketchbook thing. So
yeah, because then you can just throw a bunch of extras and do the fun artwork. Because like I would say 2-3 variants. If you get more than that, then it kind of I've seen campaigns with 8-9 variants, and it's like all right, if it works for them, that's fine. Who am I to tell people how to do it? But that just seems like a little bit of overkill.
Yeah, so, I mean, once again, it just comes down to, I think a part of it comes down to the level your funding is at. Like we're with your previous campaigns. If you're a 6-figure type crew.
Oh yeah, then you can afford as many artists and variants as you want.
But with just with the level that we're at right now, it's just one of those things. You throw up a variant cover like of that, and you only get 2 of them. You're like, crap.
Yeah, you got minimum print run, so it's
right. So it's better to do a sketchbook, which I think is great because then everybody gets them. So
yeah, exactly. And then the latest one now, this is the one that I just put up and just finished. And I'm a huge John Byrne fan, huge George Perez fan. So this is kind of my 80s. The other one was more of a 60s, 70s. This is my 80s.
Sweet Christmas.
Yeah.
The man called Tripod.
So I'm keeping it super classy, as you can tell. It's very serious tone comic book.
I love it. The man called Tripod. Oh my God. Sweet Christmas. Yeah.
So as comic fans, I think most people are going to get the inside jokes with all of this stuff, but I kind of homage George Perez's Flash Infinite Crisis cover where he Anti-Monitor, and then I kind of I went with kind of more of a John Byrne look with the girls because I just love John Byrne. So I figured it'd be people get, and that's what I want. I want people to get a laugh when they read this comic. So.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, that's just it. Like I said, I had the idea for the Jim Starlin riff type one back during my first campaign, not to do it for the first one, but to do a retro cover where literally I would ape, that style as best I could, almost like the parody ads,
Oh yeah. And like fans get they get a kick out of it too. Cause like we're all fans of that stuff. We're all like grew up in the 70s, 80s, 90s. We all love those old comics. And like now it's like, man, I'm like, I can do all this stuff. Like I figured like Illustrator for all the fonts and the logos and stuff. And it's like, man, I can make my stuff like exactly like the, stuff I grew up on and loved. And so just kind of have some fun with it and, make some retro stuff that kind of a nod to all the stuff that I grew up on.
Dude, Illustrator way more than I do. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it took a little, like all this stuff. That's the thing is all this stuff I've learned. I'm like, I can do everything to make a comic now. Like that's what crowdfunding has given me is like from, print runs to color to the lettering, like all this stuff. Like I letter all my own comics now. The thing is like lettering is not that difficult. It's just a matter of, figuring out Illustrator a little bit. And it's a little different than Photoshop, but not enough where like if you, kind of run through it a few times, you can't get it. But for the cover stuff, like I have as much fun making the fonts and the logos and stuff for the covers as I do drawing it sometimes, because all of a sudden it's like you got artwork, but then you slap those logos on there, and I put up the little picture box so it looks like an old Marvel comic.
Oh yeah.
And put the title thing at the bottom. Like now it looks like a real comic to me. So
yeah.
I get a real kick out of that.
That's really cool.
Yeah. And then the other thing is then, I've got more, not always retro covers, maybe just some more hot chick covers and stuff. But like throughout the campaign, I like to draw new stuff just because, boom, it gets people excited seeing new art. So that's kind of another promotional thing. And plus, I'm going to be drawing anyway, so I might as well draw something to sell the book.
Right. Totally. When do you plan to fulfill it?
By the end of the year, most of the interior stuff is done. Like the sketchbook is where I'll probably be working on that in July and August and have that done by the end of the summer. So, I mean, when this campaign will end probably in August sometime, and I'll leave it in demand.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'll have this book done in the fall and to the printer. So I plan on delivering this book to backers. It's listed December 2021. So by the end of the year.
I meant. Yeah. That's cool.
Yep. And then like I worked with Mark with Sea Dog. I worked with Mandy with Pirate Queen, and both of those books are going to be delivering. So like before the end of the year, like people should have like a bunch of comic books from me, which I'll be pretty stoked about.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I thought I saw another. So these are the only two retro covers you've done so far?
Yeah. I don't think I put anything else. I'm trying.
Man, I swear I thought I saw, because I know I saw two, but I thought one was something else on Twitter.
I'm trying to think.
But I guess not. I mean, I guess it was these two.
Yeah. I haven't done anything. Yeah, these are the only two like that look retro like this. Then I got the 3 variant covers, and then the Bring on the Bad Girls pair.
Yeah. No, that's cool, man.
Yep. So it's been fun. Like I said, I was ecstatic that people responded the way they did. It grabbed Ethan's attention. He gave it a little shout out on his channel, which is always nice to hear that he got a laugh at it. So
very cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a great first week, and I mean, like how it goes now. You go around to the shows and try to let everybody in Comicsgate to know about the book, because getting the word out is kind of half the battle with these.
Oh yeah, totally. Unless you have that huge built-in audience, like Malin posted on Twitter that he had like 1,900 signups already.
Yeah.
I can honestly say I do not have 1,900 signups.
No, me neither. But yeah, I'm sure when he launches, he'll have 2,000 already pre-signed for his mailing list. So yeah, he has kind of showed the way of how to, develop your channel, and like you're doing all the right things. So I mean, it takes time, but yeah, like doing your YouTube channel, doing the rounds, talking with everybody, promoting Comicsgate and promoting your own projects. But yeah. It's been interesting. Like I haven't been doing this for that long, but like I try to like kind of pay attention whenever I'm on a show, because there's always like ideas, or somebody has like done a promotional thing or have some sort of reward perk. Just the other day now, I saw somebody had like a hologram card where it like when you it kind of moved. Aerith, I think his name is, and he's promoting his own book right now. I'm like, damn, like that's cool. I gotta look into that. So it's those kind of ideas you kind of pick up along the way to kind of turn into a new reward perk or something.
Yeah, no, I'm I'm doing a nice little metal bookmark.
Oh, let me see. Oh, that looks nice.
Here, hold on, I'll full screen.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a bookmark and metallic.
Yeah, it's metal.
Sweet.
And it comes in this nice little sleeve.
Oh,
and
wow.
yeah, dude, it's
hard
to bend, dude. And then the back is just that. But
Yep.
and this isn't the actual art for it. This is just from my original bookmark as a test that the guy did. But rounded corners. You could easily sharpen this up to slice somebody's throat.
Turn it into throwing stars.
That's right. So that'll be a stretch goal.
Oh, that looks awesome.
This time around. And then I'm also going to do as a stretch goal an oversized trading card.
Oh, so cool.
Instead of, basically double size, I guess it is, roughly twice up. So I'm doing that.
That's what's so nice about these printing companies now. Like all these individual printers can do so many different things that you would have never been able to do like 15 years ago. So it's like you can come up with all kinds of like neat ideas and promotional stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Now, are you handling the fulfillment yourself?
Yeah, for this one, I am. Yeah, this book is
your
just
first
me.
go around doing fulfillment?
No, I fulfilled before. I always kind of dread it a little bit because I know what goes into it. That is the grind of the campaign. So it's just you got like your box of mailers over here and your box of comics and your backer boards and your sleeves and and you got to turn it into each reward tier. And I've got it. It's gotten better since I started using Stamps.com. That's made a huge difference. Pre-printing all the envelopes, like literally, I used to like Sharpie addresses.
Did you really? Oh, forget that.
I didn't use Stamps.com, and it was a nightmare.
Before Stamps.com, I would just use the USPS website.
Yeah.
And I would print the label out just on 8.5 by 11 copy paper and then tape it down.
Tape it, yep. And even that gets weird because you're just taping and taping.
Yeah, and I was like, well, once I do this for fulfillment, I'm doing Stamps.com, so it'll be easier. And then I just bought a crap ton of the 8.5 by 11 where it's 2 labels on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper.
Yeah.
And because I was like, I'm not blowing through that tape. I can just self-adhesive these things.
Those sticker labels are awesome.
Oh my God, they're such a lifesaver.
The sticker labels literally changed like how I felt about fulfilling because I did the Sharpies and I would print out a typing paper, cut it and tape it. And it's just like, this is taking even longer. So
well, and then I saw this on Ethan posted a photo today, I believe, of somebody helping doing fulfillment in his warehouse, sitting at a desk doing. And you could vaguely make out, she's doing Stamps.com and stuff. But next to her was this little printer. It's like a little printer. It's like this big,
and it's a label maker. Yep. Yeah,
it's a stack of labels behind it.
You got a wheel. You can put them on a wheel, and they just run through.
And I'm like, oh,
genius.
What is that? Because right now the biggest pain in the butt is, I've just got my normal printer.
Yep, exactly.
I would shove in a stack of labels and then print a bunch and then peel them off. But then I'd have the other side that I still had to print on. So I'd have to make sure I fed them in the right way. Because let me tell you, there were a few that I printed.
Printed on the back.
Yeah, on the back, which is worthless. And I had to reprint it. And I had to ask Stamps.com for a refund because I'm an idiot. And
I would print them. I would take the sticker off. I would flip it, and I would put it back into the printer so that it would run on the other side.
Yeah, well, that's what I was doing.
Yep.
That's what I was doing too. But my printer is in arm's reach. I literally have to get out of my chair, walk over to it.
Yep.
And it's just like, oh my God. And I saw that little printer Ethan had, and I'm like, I got to find out where he got that from. That might be a good investment.
And like just those little things can make a huge difference in fulfillment and like the ease of like getting all the envelopes stuffed and addressed and everything. Because that is probably for me the hardest part of dealing with all this stuff is just stuff in envelopes, because then once it's done, you just drop them off the post office. And
oh yeah, and even now, like, I still mail stuff every week because it's in demand when orders come in. But
yeah,
and I didn't even think of this when I bought this mailbox, because we moved into the house and they had an old crap mailbox, so I bought a new one for out front. And I got an oversized mailbox because I knew packages I would get.
Yeah,
this is like 7 years ago.
sure.
I'm so glad I did that, because I can literally stick in that mailbox,
Oh, yeah.
standing upright, 5 Gemini mailers.
Oh, perfect.
Slide them right in.
So you can get all that extra trips and extra runs for just throwing, getting some backers and in demand. Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
Oh, it makes such a difference, man. Such a difference.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best, of course.
Thank you.
And I'm glad you came on. We're doing a little shorter of a show tonight just because it's, Dennis isn't here. And
no problem. Absolutely. And I appreciate you having me on.
Oh, of course. Of course. And like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I know I backed it. I'm pretty sure I shot it over to Dennis, and he did as well. So, dude, it's exciting.
It's fun. All this stuff. Like, I've been having more fun in Comicsgate than probably big chunks of my career. I mean, I bounced around from lots of different publishers, and I would work on fun projects and stuff. But like, the Comicsgate crowd, like, the online presence, like, it's just fun going on all these shows and talking to fans in the chat and everything. It's like a 24/7 comic book convention, kind of. You get to like interact with the fans like on a daily basis, and when you're running your campaign, like seeing everybody get excited about it. For a creator, that's like the fun part right there. So it's been a blast for me.
Totally. Looking at your campaign makes me think of this.
Exactly. I'm right there with you, man.
These are the little things I do for our show. Well,
perfect.
I use that more on my morning show because it's just me. For Dennis and I, even though he's not here, I'll do it.
There we go.
Oh my! I still got to put music behind that one.
Oh my!
Oh, there she goes again. So yeah, I still got to do that. But you know what I like the most is I can guarantee you nobody that watched this is leaving this show doing this. Nobody's leaving our show with that attitude.
No, everybody's leaving happy. Love it.
And to end with, before we leave, guys, First Man 2 sign-up page is out. The link is in the description below. Also, the link for the Blue Bombshell is in the description below, and my First Man Still on Demand. But I'm going to debut the trailer on the Dennis and Andy show for Volume 2 of First Man right now.
Awesome.
Booyah!
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate the guy. I didn't do it. I will not take credit for something I didn't do.
It's your art, but he did a great job on the video.
Yeah. That is Graham Nolan's. He hooked me up with the guy that does his videos, and yeah, I mean, he hit it out of the park. once again, thank you for joining the show, Clint. I wish you the best, and we, of course, will talk online and stuff.
Absolutely.
So, guys, I don't know if we're doing anything on Wednesday. You'll just have to stay tuned to the channel. Remember, hit the like, subscribe, and share button, notifications. Stay tuned. I might pop on Wednesday. Dennis might be able to pop on. If he doesn't, I might pop on just for a little bit on Wednesday at our usual time, 5 p.m. Until then, tomorrow, Mornings with Andy at 8:35, I'm talking about the work I did on the all-new Atom, issue number 18, where the Atom teamed up with Wonder Woman from a decade or so ago. So until then, guys, thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you all later. Bye, everybody.